I won't. Right, I promised myself I wouldn't say it was a great week because you hear that all the time from me, and you'll start thinking he doesn't mean it. But the problem I've got is right. It was just this is Whitmore for you. It was another great week. What a great week! Right, let me tell you some things. Right, and there's useful things for your pupils as well halfway through this. So the first thing to say is our staff are always trying to develop. So we were doing a Welsh course on Wednesday. Well, a group of us were. 20 of us were trying to learn Welsh, while another 20 were doing numeracy, another 20 were doing literacy, and another 20 were doing the DCF, which is digital competency. So I was in the Welsh one, and I was just so great, and it was great to get kind of see what our pupils get in Welsh. So we had two Welsh teachers trying to make us better at Welsh. Now, as an Englishman, so I'm from Nottingham. I'm not that good at Welsh. I've tried everything, but it's the first time that any of it stuck, and it's because um, the two teachers, Miss Jones and Miss Mayer, were so great and so engaging, and we just had a really nice time. Now the problem is do I remember any of it? Yeah. So I Stevok means sit down. Stevok, then that would mean stand up, something like that. Borodar, Sitoiti, got them in the bag. Prynhaundar when it's afternoon. But all these things kind of, I was thinking I'm not getting this, but they were playing so many really fun games with it. And like, what was great was I saw staff having a lovely time and learning. I also saw what kind of diet our pupils get, and it's great. So that was that. I really enjoyed that. Second bit was exams are going really well. So all the exams are going seriously well. They've just got to keep on going. We've only got a couple more weeks. We've actually got lots of revision periods happening over the holidays. Have a look on Twitter. I think there might be a letter out to Year 11s. Um, just make sure if you want to go to any of those sessions, there's lots of independent study time. So if you find it hard to learn at home, come into school. The next bit is we've got the courtyard in school, and we're trying to work out what do we use that courtyard for. And what we've decided is at break time and at lunchtime, we're going to have like a quiet zone. So we get really nice tables in there. Everyone can just sit in there, and the only thing to be there is quiet, speaking to your friends. We're going to get some board games in there. You can eat your lunch. And it's a place where you can go if you don't want to run around at break time and kick a ball. If you want a space where there's no ball's going to hit you, there's the place to be. So that's what we're going to do, and that will happen after half term. So I think what else has been great? Oh, amazing. So about 13 members of our staff are doing their masters, and I'm currently doing my doctorate, right? And it's interesting. I had to get up at 2 o'clock this morning because it's the last day before my deadline, and I've got no other time to do it. So I got up at 2. And the reason why is what I was trying to think to myself is why am I doing this? And I think it's because I think if we can model, and I'm not telling people to get up at 2, that's stupid. This is what happens when you've got 2 children and a full-time job. But what I'm trying to say is if you want things, if you want to be successful in things, you've got to be resilient, which is what happened when my alarm went off. But you've also got to you've got to work hard. Nothing comes for people unless they work hard. And you could argue maybe, Mr. Robinson, you should have been doing the work earlier on. But the last bits I need to do to make sure it was good, I thought I'll get it done this morning. And I was saying this to someone, and it was just brilliant to see how many of the staff related to it because they're all so many of them are doing their masters at the minute, and it really bodes well for the school and for the pupils that staff are always trying to better themselves, like they did with the Welsh, but also with that. Now, final bits. If you saw Autumn Nation, she was doing the what's it called, hammer. First time she's done the hammer, and she became county champion in the hammer. So if you look on Twitter, you'll see her doing that, and it's brilliant to see. And there's a brilliant video with Hayley, right, where Hayley is having to learn how to do the hurdle. So watch it on Twitter. There's 3 videos. The first video is her looking really nervous about doing it. And the second video is 2 of her friends standing up and showing her and modelling it how to do it. And the final video is her going for it. And what I loved was the fact that her friends really wanted her to be successful, were happy to show her how to do it, and that pushed Hayley on. And that's why we are so adamant about what we do in terms of mixed ability classes, because what happens is your most able pupils get 2 benefits, or the 2 benefits. One is pupils who struggle get to learn from the most able, and the most able learn a lot by helping others. And we love that. So final thing to say, have a lovely half term. My 2 children, one came first, one came second in their cross country yesterday. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want to live vicariously through my children, but it was the greatest day of my life. I loved it. Anyway, right, have a lovely half term. See you next week. Bye.